Hello and welcome to Progressive Education Society's Modern College of Pharmacy, Nigri, Pune. Hello, myself Dr. Bhushan Pimpade. In this video, we will be discussing about the classification of plant allergens. Plant allergens are basically classified on the route of their administration or route of their entry into the body. Likewise, inhalant allergens, ingestant allergens, injectant, infectant allergen that cause infection, then infestant allergen which release certain chemicals, and contactant allergens which when come in direct contact with the skin cause allergy. So on the basis of their entry into the body, they are categorized in these following subclasses. Now we will be discussing each of these class in detail. First, inhalant allergens. Here, the route of entry of these allergens is either by the nose or mouth. And the very common plant-derived allergens are pollen grains, especially of anemophilous plants or wind-pollinated plants. The diameter of these pollen grain ranges between 15 to 45 micron. That is the reason why they are very light, and since their surface is also smooth like a golf ball, so they remain floated in the atmosphere for a longer duration. So they may cause allergy to numerous individuals. Further, the perfumes or essential oils obtained from the plant can prove to be allergenic in certain hypersensitive individuals. Also, the products made out of these essential oils like essence sticks or even perfumes or flavors can prove to be allergenic to the individuals. Generally, the month in which anemophilous plants show pollination is during February to June. So most likely the hypersensitive individuals are prone for in allergy in this duration. We will just have a look at one of the wind pollinating plants which gives out numerous pollen grains. So you can see it is completely dispersing the pollen grains, and the pollen count is enormous, and these pollen grains are carried away by the wind to a very farther distance, causing allergy to hundreds of people. Besides these pollen grains, the pollen grains of a certain ragweed, that is of Ambrosia species belonging to family Asteraceae. This is just a weed observed in most of the crop fields. Toxic. Then the common grass, that is doob grass, or known as Cynodon dactylon, wherein we call it as durva, they also have pollen grains, and these pollen grains are also proven to be allergenic in nature. Then walnuts, that is Juglans regia, belonging to family Juglandaceae. The pollen grains of this plant also remain floating through in the air for a longer duration. And lastly, the one of the major plant is Quercus robur fagaceae. This is oak plant. So again, oak plant can also prove to be toxic. The pollen grains of these plants are known to be toxic. Besides plant, there are other natural allergens also, like the dust, or the common allergen is dust. Then fur or a dander obtained from certain animals, or even lint fiber generated in the fiber or textile industry, and also certain fungal spores or even ticks and mites can prove to be their injections can prove to be deadlier or allergenic in nature. The common symptoms observed after entry of the inhalant allergens are restricted generally to the upper respiratory tract, like sneezing, coughing, itching in the nose, and rhinitis, lacrimation, that is heavy generation of tears in the eyes, then sinusitis, or sometimes asthma and hay fever. Now these are the very common symptoms associated with inhalant allergens. Then the next class is ingestant allergen. To ingest means to engulf, to take in through the mouth. So generally the route of entry will be mouth. Example, food additives like colors or perfumes or flavors, these then gluten, tomato, strawberry and peanuts are known to be very common food allergens or ingestant allergens. You might have noticed that most of the food packets, they have a warning that the food or the contents in the pack are packed in an industry which also processes gluten or peanuts, etc. Because that is made mandatory by the FDA so that it will alarm the consumer regarding if he is allergenic to certain peanuts and gluten, then he will be made aware about it. Then other common ingestant allergens which are not derived from plant are like milk, then egg, soya bean or soy sauce, then drugs including sulfa drugs or penicillin are known to be the very common ingestant allergens. Then symptoms associated with ingestant allergens are like bronchitis, asthma, although they are related to respiratory tract, but it has been found to be in coordination, or they are in direct contact with the lower respiratory tract. Then dermatitis, urticaria, rhinorrhea and atopic dermatitis. You can have a look at these pictures differentiating the terms like dermatitis and atopic dermatitis. Urticaria, again very similar to rash but localized, and rhinorrhea, the excessive drainage of nasal mucosa or sputum. We can commonly call it as a running nose. One more important allergen or more major allergen is contactant allergen. Route of entry, although it does not directly enters into the skin, body, but it remains absorbed or imbibed into the skin. Common examples are podophyllum, Derris root, then poison ivy and poison oak. Podophyllum, as we all know, is usually used for the treatment of warts and moles. So it is applied on warts and moles. So the applied area can take in certain amount of uh, paclitaxel into it, and it can be certain hypersensitive individuals can be allergenic to that. Very similarly, the components present in poison oak and poison ivy are causing skin related problems, and the major symptom are watery blisters which are associated with pruritus. The skin that is in contact with these poison ivy or poison oak gives out these blisters or balloon like appearance on the skin, and these blisters burst open and spread their fluid in the adjoining area, and again they give rise to new blisters in that area. So this is a very common symptom associated with contactant allergen. These are the chemicals like urushiol, then rotenone, which is obtained from derris root, and Taxol obtained from Podophyllum. These are the common ingredients that cause contactant allergy, allergy through direct contact with the skin. Next is injectant allergen, wherein the component or allergen or antigen gets injected into the body. Example, certain Chinese TCM traditional Chinese medicines, they have developed herbal injections, or they have been practicing by using dilute extracts of certain herbs. They are directly injecting into the body. So those can prove to be allergic in nature. Further, apart from herbal allergens, there are certain natural allergens like stings from bees, hornets, wasp, or even penicillin and sulfa drugs which are injected can prove to be allergenic in nature. And the common symptom are anaphylactic shock. If the amount or the concentration of this allergen is excess, it leads to depletion of the blood pressure and causes dyspnea, difficulty in breathing. Further, it can also cause itching of the palms and soles, or even urticaria, that is through the rash, skin rash, rash throughout the skin. Next allergen is infectant allergen, wherein the route of entry can be any like skin, nose, ear, mouth, urogenital tract, or etc. The common allergens of this category include bacteria, protozoa, mold, parasite, and common bacterial flora of our skin or intestine. Even that can prove to be allergenic in nature. Chronic infection in an individual leads to release or secretion and accumulation of certain metabolites, and this is because of the dysfunction of liver. Further, our common body flora can prove to be toxic, and it remains unnoticed as during taking the swab the common body flora is excluded, and the results come as a negative for certain other bacteria or other foreign bacteria or microbes. So our body flora, it keeps on secreting certain metabolites which can prove to be allergenic in nature in certain individuals. Symptoms include localized itching or swelling or rash or even blisters, and sometimes generalized fever or weakness in the body and sweating can be experienced. Another category of allergens are infestant allergens, wherein the route of entry usually is oral. Example includes all the worms or endoparasites residing in our intestine like hookworm, pinworm, roundworm, tapeworm, or threadworm. These worms normally are non-toxic to the individual if their concentration is low, but sometimes they release as a metabolite which remains accumulated into the body, which is lipophilic, and that is the reason why it cannot be eradicated out of the body. So these metabolites now can prove to be toxic. The common symptoms of this kind of allergy are abdominal discomfort, dysentery, that means pain associated in the abdominal area, then vomiting, and most of the time blockage of the GIT because of the excessive population of these worms.